Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. K. Manish Kumar. I am doing MD General Medicine Stanley Medical College. I'm here to give just a few tips regarding the exam which you're going to attend, which is NEET 2023. I know that the exam is just a few days away. The first thing you have to do is you have to forget about the fact that the exam is just few days away. The more you forget about the exam date, the better you will be at the preparation which you're doing now. Now, what you're doing in these few days is important. Whether you worry the exam is coming or not, it is going to come. It's not going to change. So don't worry whether the exam is going to get postponed or it's going to get conducted as it has been scheduled. Don't worry about them. Just focus on what you're doing now. So in the last few days, try to revise as much as you can. Don't read up new things because if you start reading up new things, you will need some more time to revise those things. So it is not advised at this point of time. So it's better to revise as much as you can about whatever which you have already read in the past year or more. And what I would say is this is how I approach my exam. Approach exam as a sport, any kind of sport. For example, take it as cricket. Now, in a cricket, now in over, you approach each ball with a new mindset. Though the batsman's bowlers are going to be the same, the approach is different. So approach exam just like this. Now, one question is not going to be similar as the question that follows or the question before. So have a fresh mindset when you approach each question. When you answer a question properly, uh, don't think that all the questions will be as easy as the one you have answered. If you don't know the answer to the question, it's fine. Out of 200 questions, it's not necessary to know all the questions you go through. If you don't know the answer, skip the question. Don't get frustrated and don't take the frustration on to the next question. Because if you do, even if you know the answer to the next question, you won't be able to do it right, which you don't want. Now, all we want to do is we have to answer as many questions as possible and try to get as many answers correct from those questions which you have answered. Now, whenever you do a grand test or any subject test or any random questions every day, when you make mistake, don't learn the answer first. First, learn your mistake. Learn why you did the answer wrong. Whether it was not because of you don't know the answer or you knew the answer and you did some silly mistake. It might be a word which you missed in the question, or you might have missed a word in the answer itself, or you would have not read the answer properly. You have read through it faster and then you moved on to the next question. So whatever it is, first learn why you made the mistake. Then you learn the answer because unless you know why you made the mistake, you'll keep on making the mistake even if you know the answer. Because the concept is going to be the same. They're just going to ask the questions differently every time. The answer is not going to change. So learn why you did a question wrong rather than learning the answer first. Because the approach gives you all the answers. The better you approach a question, the better your score will be. And it's not about how much you have read. It's about uh, how quickly you apply what you have read. So that will come with practice and that will come with revision. It's not about you have read 10 books or 12 books or so. So whatever you read, keep revising those things and keep reminding yourself what you're going to do. So at every question will have a different approach. For example, this is what some teachers told me. For example, when there's an image-based question, instead of focusing on the image which has been given, focus on the options first. When you focus on the options, there are only four options. So all you have to do is think those four options in that image. That will narrow down so much answers. Instead of thinking of, for example, in the chest X is given, a lot can be in a chest X-ray, including a fracture or cardiomegaly, anything can be there. But what they're going to ask, you're going to answer only one of those four options. So focus on those four options first, then apply it on the image. Look for whether image has anything pertaining to these four options, and then answer. That will save a lot of time. And moreover, we often make mistakes in the questions. We either forget the word like not or which are the following are false. We did as true. So most of the we often we miss the word except. So the questions are the areas where we make the most of the mistakes. So focus on the questions. Spend time on the questions. If you don't know answer for a question, don't keep on spending time in that question. You will have time after you have completed all the questions. You can come back then because you have 200 questions, you have 3.5 hours of time. So make use of the time as much as possible properly. If you don't know answer, key don't get stuck. It's fine if you don't know an answer, if you don't remember an answer. It is natural to forget things. We cannot remember everything we have studied. It's okay if we make mistakes. It's okay if you don't remember things quickly. So instead of spoiling your mindset, just keep moving on to the next question. And the approach to the question. So your mindset on the day of the exam, you can face a lot of troubles during the day of the exam. Starting from your home till you reach the exam center, anything can happen. Even in exam center, anything can happen. Your system won't work properly, or the person who checks the fingerprint or the retina, they might do something. So whatever happens, make sure you don't get stressed. The less stressed you are, the better you will answer. Uh, and so it's what I would say is try to define an approach in the last few days. Keep answering questions every day. It's not about when you answer 30 questions or 50 questions or 60 questions per day, or you do a grand test every day. That differs for everyone. You fix what you want. You know your capacity. So fix it with regarding regards to your capacity. Don't compare with others. Don't compare how fast others are going, how slow others are going. You keep your own pace and keep going, and have the practice of answering at least some questions every day. If you don't have that practice, you won't get that speed. Your speed and your practice will determine your marks. And beyond all this, there's going to be factor. You can call it as luck. You can call it as whatever you want. But the questions which are going to get answered, it depends. Sometimes we might get answers questions which we know. Sometimes we get a series of questions which we don't know. We can worry about that. So don't worry about things which are not under your control. Worry about things which you can control, like how you approach the exam, how you don't get stressed every day, what you're going to do every day. So instead of worrying about what did I do for the past year, that's not under control. It has gone. Focus on what you're going to do now and the upcoming days. Make use of the time you have now, and don't worry about the results, whether you will get the seat you decide or not, whether you get the results or not. That is not under control. Don't worry about them, and that is the most difficult thing to do. I know. Focusing on the results is what we all do, because we all want to get the seat which we desire. But those things are not under control. Unless you go sit in the exam center and answer a question, you won't know how much you're going to get. Even if you score well in a grand test or you don't score well in a grand test, you won't know what questions are going to come on the exam. So don't worry about them unless you come out of the exam center. After you come out, you can worry about them, whether you answered properly or not, or how much mark you'll get or not. You'll worry about them later, but not now, not at this point of time. So all I would say is keep revising. Uh, don't read new stuff. Even if you make mistakes, learn why you did those mistakes. Not don't keep reading new stuff every day, and keep working questions. It can be in form of a grand test, it can be in form of a subject test, or any random questions. And whatever institute you are in, read the notes which you have taken. Don't don't start finding some new institute and start reading their notes. Now it's another time. So whatever institute you are in, whatever notes you have taken till now, trust those notes. Trust whatever read till now. Trust your teachers. Read them. Keep revising them. Uh, and don't think that this particular institute will give you marks, this particular institute will give you marks. It's up to you how you read. Every institute is going to give their best in coaching their own students. No institute is going to just leave their students alone. So it's up to you to how much you read. Whatever institute you are in, you keep going, you keep reading. And it's very difficult to stay motivated every day. So try to stay disciplined. The motivation won't be there every day, but if you are disciplined every day, at least you'll keep going. Have a routine, and don't sleep less. Have a good amount of sleep. Have a good amount of food. Try to be less stressed as possible. Talk with your parents or your friends if you feel stressed. Don't shut yourself off. That's not going to help. So how much of you're free in the so how free your mindset is, that is going to help you in approaching exams. So all the best. If any doubts, contact your teachers at any point of time. They are going to be there to help you out. Contact your seniors or contact your friends who have already taken seats. Ask them how they approached, and everyone will have their own method of doing such things. Hear from everyone and change it according to your own way. There's no particular method to success. If you read like this, you'll get your marks. If you answer these many questions, you'll get your marks. According to me, there's no such thing. It is up to us. Everyone have their own capacity and their own way of approaching everything. So hear from everyone and modify it according to how you do and how you read and how what's your capacity. And all the best. Um, keep scoring, keep working questions, and may all of you get the seats you desire. All the best.